Peace, love, and blessings, beloved. Here for a time of sharing again. We're going to talk about, continue our talk about the wilderness experience, how the wilderness experience brings you into your Christ Ascension, or brings you into your Christ mind, or brings you into that of being anointed of the Lord. All right. Before we get into our session, let's just clear everything out of our lives. Let's just close our eyes and take a deep breath. Hold it. Breathe out slowly. Take another deep breath. Hold it. And let it go. One more deep breath. Hold it. Let it go. And just sit quietly for a moment. Okay. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Let it go. One more time. Deep breath. Hold it. Let it go. One more time. Deep breath. Hold it. Let it go. All right. Meditation is a great tool. Sitting in the silence is a great tool that aligns your body and causes you to come in alignment with the divine within yourself, and also ministers to yourself and just helps you throughout your day, and so that you're not stressed. So I encourage you to meditate and just sit in the silence. It doesn't take that long. All right, now we want to continue on talking about the wilderness experience. And there are different things that I wrote down, just for when you're going through this. One of the things that you learn in the wilderness experience is that you learn yourself. You learn your true self. You learn who you are. You learn who you are and who you are not. You learn the who you are is that you are a child of God. You learn that you have good qualities about yourself. You learn that there is more to you than just a whole bunch of negativity. And you learn who you are not. You learn that you're not a negative person. You learn that you're not a bad person. You learn that you're also not a person of low self-esteem. that you learn that you're not a nobody, but that you are somebody. Those are one of the experiences that you learn. And you learn that you build your confidence up in who you are through Christ. You also learn your own faults. You in the midst of this, you learn not to be so judgmental, but to be able to look at your own faults and to be able to minister to yourself. Jesus talked about the situation with the brothers is that if you see a brother in a fault, not to judge him, first you have to look at the beam that's in your own eye. And once you deal with the beam that's in your eye, then you're able to help your brother that has the mote in his own eye. And once you've done that, that's because you've dealt with your brother. You've dealt with your brother, first of all, in compassion, because you have gone through the same thing that they will be going through. So you will be able to deal with them with compassion. You also learn how to think about yourself through this experience. You learn how to think thoughts that are for your highest good. You learn how to think thoughts that are good of yourself and not bad, and not being hard on yourself, and not being judgmental of yourself, not condemning yourself, not knocking yourself down. This is all through this process of this wilderness experience. And it also shows you how to work on cleaning your own life up. Because when you're going through this process of this wilderness experience, you are dealing with yourself and not with others. You are the one that's cleaning yourself and allowing yourself to be pruned and allowing yourself to be healed and mended, because as you're going through this, there's a healing process that's going on. There's a mending process that's going on. And sometimes when we're going through that process, we don't realize that we're being healed. We don't realize that we're being mended. We don't realize that we're being put back together again. When a doctor is sewing up a wound, it doesn't feel good. It hurts when he takes that needle and them stitches and puts that wound back together. But there's a healing process in it. The healing process comes after the wound has been cleaned out and the stitches have mended back together and the infestation has been gotten out and all that other stuff. It has to be a process of cleansing, healing, and renewing of the mind in order to get to this place of the Christ mind. So the Bible tells us to let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. And that is the mind of Christ. And what is the mind of Christ? What is the mind of Christ? The mind, or the Christ mind, is that of love. And when we walk in love, love only heals, love only mends, love only renews, love only forgives, love only corrects, love only guides. And when I say correct, I don't mean correcting in a negative way. I mean correcting in guiding you and leading you in the right path and in the right direction in your own life. So I pray and hope that this has been an inspiring message for some of you, and that you'll be able to take this away and that it will minister to you. All right. And always remember, take some time to meditate and pray. Spend a little time with yourself in spirit. Take that time to go within so you won't go without. For he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows of the Almighty. All right. Peace and blessings.